This is Tech Ears. My name is Levi, and today I wanted to bring you a grail of mine, a unicorn, and this really is a one of one. Some of you guys may know what this is, but even if you do, this is a very special version. This is a Rofmia, which is a Japanese handmade carry company, Daypack version 2. Now, this is made with Dyneema, with beautiful leather trim accents both on the bottom, which you can see there, as well as the handle. So almost everywhere you touch is just exquisite. The materials used on this, the construction, the aqua guard zips, everything is just absolutely gorgeous. Now, these are expensive, which is why it's kind of a unicorn. I would rank this, one, it's expensive, which is makes a unicorn, but two, they're just hard to get. They are handmade, they do limited runs, and even if you're a part of the Careology group, these only become available for sale every so often. So this specific one is a little different. Usually when you order a Rofmia, you get either the option of external zips or internal zippers. And I'll open this up for you here. And this actually has the both of them, internal and external, as well as most of these are coming with 3 zips. So you have one on each side and you have another one, so you have some quick access. This actually has 4 zips, which is really cool. And then if you've seen, I've only seen one other review on YouTube. A big difference on these was the frame sheet was really floppy, wasn't quite as supportive for a laptop or carry. And this does have, I don't know if it's a triple thick, but an extra durable frame sheet that makes this super unique. It's way harder to bend, does keep its shape. Now, I've actually added a kind of makeshift front frame sheet as well, so that way the front of the bag keeps its shape so it doesn't kind of fall in on itself. But this thing has such beautiful little touches to it. The front pocket has its own pleat on the side, so it does have a little bit of its own independent leaderage, as it were. The side stretch pockets do have their own kind of stretchiness, as you see to it. And then this does have its own laptop compartment, which just makes it so much more usable than something like a GoRuck Bullet, a Kaiden, or some of the smaller bags out there, which I'll show you guys shortly, comparable, something like the Cerberus or the Spartan from Mystery Ranch. This is all flopped open, kind of crazy looking. But this is another kind of expensive, smaller pack. Now, one thing that also sets this apart as being really unique is just the fact that it is the lightest bag I've ever owned. Now, I have a lot of bags. Obviously, there's other reviewers out there that have more bags, and I'm sure there's things you guys can point out. I know the ultralight line, like the Dragonfly, is a light bag, but this bag, for what it is so light. The materials they use is incredible. And now when you load it out, it does actually a decent job. The padding on these straps is a decently comfortable. I'm not going to say this is super comfortable. You're not going to put this on and be blown away. But because the back panel does have just a little bit of give, it does mold to you, and ends up being a decently comfortable carry. But it's funny because by itself it weighs almost nothing, and then you start loading it in, and the weight is all really whatever gear you're putting in. Now, this is definitely an everyday carry. This is rated at 22 liters. Depending how you load out, I'm going to say this is probably closer to like an 18 liter as just a reference. The 15 liter GoRuck Bullet, I'm always able to fit quite a bit more in there, but it doesn't have a dedicated laptop pocket, it doesn't have water bottle pockets, and it's something you really do have to kind of mod or customize to your suit. Something like this, everything is already done. You have a laptop sleeve on the inside, you have a front pocket, you have an inside pocket here in the laptop compartment for, say, the charger. You do have an inside pocket here on the opening, just like you would on, say, a Go Rock, as well as you have your kind of quick access here on the side.
I do apologize, guys. The audio cut out, so I'm going to be doing a voiceover. I'll kind of jump into this. So one of the negatives of this bag is going to be the slant on the bottom, as you see here. The back is longer than the front, so it does make it a little more capacity, but it means you cannot stand up. It will fall over no matter what you do. But because that back panel is a little bit longer, it actually does fit a little bit more comfortable for more body types. It doesn't feel like such a small bag. Now, I do have a video at the end showing how it fits on me. I'm about 5'11", so you can see how it works, but it is fairly comfortable, and that back panel does help with it. Now, one of the things you're looking at this bag is, even though it's listed at 22 liters, it does pack closer to about 18 liters. But for $700, what you're getting is really a high quality bag that's borderline fashion, but super functional, with AquaGuard zips, Dyneema, leather, handmade. But I do want to give you guys some other options that we're going to look at. So even though this is something that's very rare, very beautiful, what can you get? At $700, that's a lot of money. That's what the new Samurai is going for, or the Go Rock Carology 2. But for half that price, let's look at something else. We have another Carology collaboration, the Spartanology or Cerberus. This is something that I have added to it. Now, this is rated officially at 16 liters, but again, because of how you can fit in it, I feel like you can fit as much, if not maybe a little bit more, because of how you can customize it. It also has a much more comfortable harness compared to the Rofmia, where it's just way overbuilt, as well as I do have a few straps that you can add a backpack, a jacket to. You can see how it extends. You can have a little more capacity, as well as if you look at the front here, I have added a little pouch, just give it a little kind of a second quick access that's way more functional than the little tiny zipper that has no capacity on the bottom there. So you can do a little bit more with the Spartanology, the Mystery Ranch collab here. It is a little easier to get than the Rofmia. You can customize it quite a bit more, and this is something that's super well built for half the price. So if $350 is still a lot, what else can you get? Well, my best recommendation on the market for something that's even half that, closer to 150 to 200, is the Alpha One Whiteley. This is one that is amazing. You can get it in different materials, has two water bottle holders on the sides. I have this in VX material, but you can get it in a 500D, different finishes. It doesn't have a separate laptop compartment. What's cool, it does have a specific laptop zip, so it's easier accessible and doesn't take as much interior space as it does even on the Rofmia. But you can see how it's still part of that main storage compartment there. Now, what's cool is this has dual zips versus just that front quick access, as well as it also has the front quick access versus just that front zip on the Rofmia. So kind of going through here, another aspect that I really enjoy about this is it does have capacity, both front, rear, and quick access have all their own kind of capacity. So this carries generally closer to 22, maybe 24 liters. It is a big bag considering it's still relatively small measurement wise. So closest thing to it, maybe those 19-liter conceal from the brown buffalo, which always carry way bigger than what the number would suggest. Now, some of the key aspects I love about the Alpha One is going to be not only what you get for the price, but the zippers are probably the smoothest you're going to find in the industry. These things are so much fun, as well as it does have a double frame sheet. So it just has a lot of rigidity, just feels like it stands up a lot easier. It holds its shape very well, and everything feels super protective. This is one for the money. I highly recommend, and I've sold a few bags because this one does things so well. So back to the Rofmia. For what you're looking for, what you're getting, this is really just a beautiful handmade high quality material bag that there's really nothing like it on the market. Again, it is a lot of money, but you're getting something that's very special, and it is closer to the lines of getting something like a Gucci bag. The materials are waterproof, your gear is protected, and it's one of the lightest bags you can possibly get. I really enjoyed owning this bag, and I'm going to jump into how I pack it out and how it fits. Hopefully, you enjoy.